so that you have the energy of the moon at night. And sometimes you've heard the word full moon. And sometimes you need to take the opportunity just to come out and see a full moon is that complete rounded circle, which is made up mostly of gases. And that's why the question is why or how could we as humans live on the moon? Are the gases such that we could do that? The sun is a mighty powerful heat that is almost impossible to go near the sun. The moon is more manageable, and you will see in a moment, or not a moment, you'll see in a couple of years that NASA is going back to the moon. And sometimes you need to take the opportunity just to come out and see a full moon is that complete rounded circle, which is made up mostly of gases.
The foolishness of that comment is so deep, I can only ascribe it to higher education. You have to have gone to college to say something that stupid.
All right, guys, so we have the genius Democrats speaking of how the moon is made out of mostly gases and how hot the sun is. And these are the people that we have in Congress making laws, guys. This is the best of the best. And, you know, as you heard, she's the top pick at this point. The irony here is she got a bunch of backlash, right? Because, Democrats are all about science, and she was out of line with, making unscientific claims. But, with The View making scientific claim that the solar eclipse is part of the climate change, and, going to the moon is another climate change issue that, they're trying to move privileged individuals to the moon so they don't have to deal with the Earth's climate change. But Representative Sheila Jackson Lee has responded to why she claimed the moon is made of mostly gases, right? Mostly of gases. Was she referring to Uranus? Was she referring to Saturn? What was she referring to? It wasn't Mars, because we know Mars is not made out of mostly gases. I mean, Earth is made out of mostly gases, I guess. Oxygen, carbon, I don't know. So let's read about this genius, and how this is a racist matter at this point. So let's see how she will turn this into the racist response or racist comments that she was gonna make. So let's read this, because I'm anxious to see what's being reported on this. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee says she simply misspoke when in a speech to school children this week. She confidently explained that the moon is made out of mostly gases. Speaking at Booker R. Washington High School in Houston before the solar eclipse Monday, Jackson Lee made a series of bizarre remarks in which she also incorrectly referred to the moon as a planet. A full moon A full moon is that complete rounded circle which is made out of mostly gases. And that's why the question is, why or how could we as humans live on the moon? Question mark. She said, are the gases such that we could do that? Mind blown. Educated individual. The sun is mighty powerful heat, but it's almost impossible to go near the sun. Jackson Lee continued, the moon is more manageable, and you will see in a moment, not in a moment, you will see in a couple of years that NASA is going to back to the moon. She went on to say, we have yet blah, 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 blah. Okay? I'm going to skip the part that she already talked because you guys already heard what she said. In a press release promoting the Congresswoman's appearance at the school, her office pointed out that Jackson Lee had previously served as a member of the Science Committee and the ranking member on the Space and Aerodynamics subcommittee, and that she would be there to highlight the experience of the eclipse. Replying on X to one comment shading her moon is mostly Gass's comment. Republicans are focused. Jackson wrote, obviously I misspoke and meant to say the sun, but as usual, Republicans are focused on stupid things instead of stuff that really matters. What can I say though? Foolish thinkers lust for stupidity. I mean, this is not her first stupid comment, I should say. But, you know, Democrats do the same thing, I guess, right? And I'm not here to, you know, play in the Republicans' hands either, but for somebody to my kids who are 10 years old can't understand that the moon is not made out of gases. You can see the moon very clearly. You can see the craters in the moon from, you know, all the space debris and rocks hitting it. So let's see how this is going to tie into racism. Also, I care now more about these children who would not have experienced the eclipse in this enthusiastic manner, she added, and I care more about protecting the rights of women and children than engaging in this kind of senseless dialogue. Strangely, this isn't the first time Jackson Lee has made a public gaffe related to the moon. While serving on the House Science Committee in 1997, she reportedly asked if the Mars Pathfinder rover had managed to capture image of an American flag planted on the red planet by Neil Armstrong, presumably incorrectly referring to the flag Armstrong planted on the moon in 1969. So, there you have it, guys. I mean, I don't know. It's I guess she made a mistake. You know, thank God she didn't tie it to racism because I was hoping for it to be there, but you know, it wasn't. I was mistaken. But you know, nevertheless, this was a funny moment to be caught on tape, and this will haunt her for the rest of her life. So let that be a lesson. If you are trying to, you know, talk to students, get your facts right first. Do not call the moon planet of gases. And you know, obviously the sun is hot and we are protected by the ozone layer, and the layers of, you know, the outside layers of Earth will protect us from the UV lights, you know, so we don't burn alive. Because, you know, anytime there is a solar flare, you know, it creates some interruptions into the electronic waves that's in the Earth. So and it creates some sort of like microwaves, but it's very rare. We don't really see it because it's not significant enough, and if it is significant enough, we usually read about it, you know. So as you guys remember, about a month ago in Virginia, there was an outage of cell phone towers. Verizon, I think it was mostly AT&T. I don't know if Verizon or T-Mobile were affected by it, but AT&T said, you know, it was some sort of solar flare or something that was interrupting the service. But anyways, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Until the next time. Peace out.